Hi and welcome to Zero to Game Dev Hero. In this video, we're going to create a new project and I will show you how the Unity editor is structured. So let's go. So to create a new project, you can open your Unity hub, and if it's open, you can see here under projects, you have a lot of projects. You can see I have a lot of projects. But here in the upper right, you can click on New Project. Then it will open this window, and here you have a lot of templates. You can choose whatever template you want. So you can see we have 2D, 3D, and those are almost the same, but there are a few packages that are installed with 2D or 3D, but it's the same editor. So it's just another setup of the scene and everything. And yeah, we have some more, but they're not that important for now. We can just click on 3D. And then here on the right, you can see, yeah, there is a location of the project. So where you want to save this project and a project name. And let's call it our first Unity game. Like this, maybe. Can the case. First Unity game, and click on Create Project. And this can take a while, so don't worry, but it should open after a few minutes. It will take a few minutes the first time you open it, but yeah, after that, it does not take that much time. So yeah, see you when it's open. Okay, so your window should look like this if you open it the first time. Let's go step by step through the editor. Okay, so this is your first project. Let's start in the middle. So what you can see here is your scene, or your scene view. Scene view, there you can build your game world. So everything you put into your game will be shown here in the scene view. Then you can see here that you can change the scene and the game view. The scene as the game world, and the game view is the view that you will see when you play your game. So your players will see exactly this game view. And here in the game view, you can change resolutions. You can create your own. So if you add here, you can create a known resolution. And yeah, you can see this is for mobile, for iPhone. Yeah, 16:9 is fine. And the scene can be, for example, viewed from, a lot of different perspectives and everything like this. But the game always is from the perspective you want your player to see your game. How to set up this perspective, we will see it in the next video, but in this video, let's just go through the Unity editor. So you have here a few more options, but those are not that important for us at the moment. The same for the scene view, you have some options here. For example, if you want to have audio on or off, and lighting on or off, and so on. And everything that is inside your scene view is here in the hierarchy. In the hierarchy, you can see that we have a sample scene. So this is our sample scene. And in the sample scene, we have a camera and a light. So when you click on the objects, you can see that something changed in the scene view. With those navigation elements here, you can navigate through the scene view and rotate your view, your perspective, and so on. So just that you know. And here, if we click on the camera, you can see, this is the camera, and the camera is exactly what we can see later in the game view. So when the camera looks in this direction, you can see this exactly in the game view. Light, adds light to the scene, but we will look at lights later. And you maybe have noticed that whenever I click on something here, the right side of the screen changes. So this is the inspector. You will spend a lot of time in the inspector. The inspector is pretty important, I would say, because you can change a lot of stuff in inspector. So what you can see here, every object in your scene, so those are objects, game objects, have some components. We can close them. So the camera has the transform component, the camera component, and audio listener component. And those components have a lot of properties and things to set up. So for example, here you can change the position. In the transform, you can change the position. And if you change, you can see it moves in the scene view. Like this, like this. Go back because we don't want to change it, but you know what I mean. And here you have a lot of options to choose from. So for example, you can change the field of view of your camera. So like a real camera, this one has a field of view as well. So if you change this, you can see, and here in the bottom right, you can see that there is a little preview of your game view. If you click on the main camera, you always see a little preview of your game view. And yeah, you can see that it changes when we change something here. So pretty cool. And yeah, every object has other components. So yeah, we will dive into those components later. Another thing is the project folder here. So your project folder is a folder on your computer, but it's shown here in the Unity editor as well. And here you can store your assets, your audio, your songs, your 3D models, 2D PNGs, your game objects, your code, everything will be saved here. So yeah, here you can work with all your files. And here you can see there is already a folder named scenes, and here we have our samples scene. And yeah, the last thing I want to show you is the console. So this is exactly the console you already have learned when we coded in one compiler. So here you will have some text as well and stuff like this. And yeah, the last thing for the console, I said already the last thing, but the real last thing is this area here, or those 3 buttons, because those are your play and pause buttons. But the most important button is this play button, because if you hit this button, it will start your game. Let's click on the play button. It loads for a second, and here you can see it started the game. And now this is exactly how your game would look like if someone would play it. But there is nothing in it. And therefore, yeah, we cannot play with it. But let's change that. We will add some functionality and add our first objects in the next video. If you like my videos, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the sub button. It helps me a lot. If you have any feedback or questions, leave a comment. I will try to answer all of them. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time.